Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching live with me here on Twitch. Thank you so much for hanging out. I apologize for all the technical difficulties that we've been having today. Hopefully resetting everything made things just a little bit better. So please let me know in the chat if I'm still dropping too many frames or if it's looking a bit better. I reduced the quality of the stream just even further, so hopefully things are looking a lot neater now. So our next deck for today is Greninja BREAK for Expanded. Now this list was inspired of a Japanese player that I saw win a tournament with this list. I'm not particularly fond of Greninja, as you guys all know, but with Giratina BREAK not seeing too much use, I do feel like there's a lot of room for Greninja BREAK to do stuff in the metagame potentially. Zoroark being ever so present, and then Shadow Stitching being so good, as Greninja has 130 HP and it has the attack Shadow Stitching, which deals 40 damage, and your opponent does not get any abilities during their next turn from any Pokemon in hand, in play, or in their discard pile. Moonlight Slash also does a very good amount of damage, 60 for a single energy and then potentially 80 if you return the water. We are running 3 Greninja BREAK, which allow us to increase our HP and increase our damage output with the ability Giant Water Shuriken, allowing us to place 6 extra damage counters wherever we want. Then of course we have the 4 Frogadier with water duplicates, which allow us to get the Frogadiers out. They allow us to skip the evolving through Froakie, get more Pokemon into play, and thus making Greninja essentially a stage 1. Now we are running a 2-2 support line of Starmie, ability Space Beacon, which you discard a card from your hand and you get to pick up 2 basic water energy from your discard pile. Then we also have 2 Staryu with the free retreat, so 40 HP is not that big a deal because of the free retreat rather. And then we are running one of Tapu Fini-GX, to use Tapu Storm GX especially, allows us to return a big threat to our opponent's deck from play. And then we have Aqua Ring, which deals 20 damage and you get to switch Tapu Fini to the bench. Hydro Shot allows you to deal 120 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon in play by discarding 2 water energy. So this attack could actually be a good finisher against something like a Shaymin EX, which does have 110 HP. Finally, we have the single Tapu Lele with the ability Wonder Tag. When you play this Pokemon from your hand, you get to search for a supporter card, and Energy Drive could potentially be useful in some situations. Now in terms of supporter cards, we have 3 Sycamore, 3 N, 1 Lillie, 1 Ace Trainer, 1 Skyla, and 1 Guzma. Guzma is something that is not commonly seen anymore in Greninja type decks, but I feel like that is a big mistake. Now we also have 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Verse Seeker, 4 Dive Ball, which are the big missing component in Standard, and if Standard Greninja still had Dive Ball, it would probably be best deck in the format uncontested, or we would be seeing Giratina promo absolutely everywhere. 2 Rescue Stretcher, 2 Choice Band to Field Blower, and then 2 Rough Seas to heal our Pokemon, our water type Pokemon, every turn for 30 damage, and then a Parallel City to limit our opponent's bench. So that's the deck. Let's jump into a ladder and try out the deck. We got 2 really solid wins with Elizabeth Garb. I'm really sorry if the stream and or the video yesterday were not very viewable, but the deck actually ended up working out pretty nicely. We got a win against the Electric, which is not a very common deck, but we did get a very solid win against Zoroark Elizabeth, which on paper looked like it was going to be a bad matchup, but then Garbodor with Garbotoxin came through for us and it ended up working out. So our initial hand is another of the reasons why this deck sometimes struggles, and is one of the reasons why This deck is just not really well known in the community as a solid deck, and we are up against a metal type deck, so as long as we are able to Shadow Stitch consistently here, we should be pretty good. I will take an extra card, which is a Staryu, not a great card to draw. We are also going second, so compounding all the disadvantages we already have. But we're gonna try our best for sure. So if any of you guys in chat are watching, please let me know if the stream quality is better, if there's less stuttering. From what I can see from the data that I get from OBS, it does seem to have improved. There are a lot less dropped frames from what I'm getting. But please, if you're in the chat and you're watching, please let me know to make sure that everything is working properly. So we see a discard of Bridget with Compressor, a Metal, and a Colress as well. You guys are saying it's better, so that makes me really happy to hear. And wow, my opponent's hand was actually really good. Okay, so I can potentially risk not going for another Froakie here. I feel like my opponent's turn will be used by Colress. It's unlikely that off of three cards he can actually Guzma and do something else. And wow, it's actually just going to go for encounter for a Lele. So our Froakie safe, that's really good news. And then if my opponent benches the Tapu Lele, he actually doesn't have any attacker at all. So even Frogadier could end up being safe. So attaching this Choice Band is even better. Now losing the two Rough Seas is a bit rough. Losing the Rough Seas is rough. But I'm sure we'll manage, and we do end up finding the splash. So our hand ends up actually recovering very nicely, and we will be able to water duplicates here for the triple Frogadier. So not even a single Greninja prize, which is awesome to see. Okay, so I am keeping tab of every single game I play. In expanded, my opponent plays a Parallel City. So how useful, we won't be able to get rid of this Parallel City other than with Field Blower because we don't have any more Rough Seas. So definitely the Lele. However, how badly do we need the extra damage output from the break? Probably very badly. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice a Frogadier here, which I'm not a fan, but Starmie is just way too important. And yep. This works out. Well, I guess my opponent could still end up copying Energy Drive. If he gets a Bronzong here, he uses Rush In, uses Bronzong's ability on Mew, gets an energy, and then he copies Energy Drive and gets a knockout on the Frogadier. So, not ideal, of course. However, there's the Ultra Ball. I mean, afterwards, we can just Shadow Stitching, and then Mew doesn't become a threat anymore. There's no more Bronzong. There's no the ability Bronzong that prevents benched Pokemon to be affected by effects of attacks. I would hope. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. There's a Metal Link's Bronzong. I don't even know what to call this deck. We faced off against Electric Raikou. Now we're up against Bronzong Basics or Bronzong Toolbox, I guess. That could be an okay word to name it, but I generally don't see how we lose this match at this point. Okay, today is the 10th. Yep. Okay, so we lose the Frogadier, we get back the pieces, that's completely fine. And we even top deck the break. So I generally, like, after we Shadow Stitching here, what could my opponent just possibly do here? Like, generally, what could he possibly do? Mew's ability won't be activated, he won't have Metal Links, he won't have Rush In, and he has no other attacker. And he already has discarded a ton of energy. So do I Lillie here for 2 cards? I think I'm gonna wait. My Lillie could be more impactful next turn. What I will do, however, is Space Beacon away the Parallel City. For the energy, I can't counter Parallel City with Parallel City. I could get Field Blower and then Parallel City my opponent, but I actually don't want to free up bench space for him at all. So yeah, all we need to do is say Shadow Stitching every single turn and we should be able to win. Definitely recovering from the starting hand, GD. Thank you. Okay, is the expanded version of this deck basically the same 60 as it was before the rotation, or are there any new techs? Well, Greninja definitely wants to use an A spec, probably Computer Search, just for consistency's sake. It's like before rotation, it wasn't running the 2-2 Starmie, it wasn't running Tapu Fini either, because Tapu Fini is brand new. Okay, so there's a Metal Fortress Bronzong, which I was a little bit worried about here. So what I will do here is, oh, this is pretty good. My opponent says well played. There we go, yeah. I was gonna target the Bronzong. If he evolved another Bronzong, that was completely fine. And Josh, yeah, I noticed the announcement on of the Latin America. Thanks so much for letting me know. But actually, in the Brazilian Copa G page, they said the date is wrong in the Pokemon page. The date is actually the weekend afterwards, not that one. That's what they're saying, and that the date on the official site is wrong. There's also Lele as well to take into account for the new Greninja, I guess. But yeah, thank you for letting me know, Josh. Will you guys be going to Brazil? I guess if Parker stays in the top 16 and you get the stipend, maybe. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Brazil. I'm still in first place in Latin America, so, and I still have Dallas and Australia to get points. So potentially, or that should be enough to keep me in the top 4 for the trips, which makes me really happy. Okay, so our hand is not necessarily great. We're up against another electric deck. Why are these decks in fashion today? My opponent's actually using a different Dynamo this time. Oh wow. If I attach a Water Energy, that Dynamo actually deals 40 damage. That's crazy. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, Josh. I understand. Okay, and he's running Wally. What? Oh, it's not even the good electric. Small appetite 50, and if your opponent's active Pokemon's maximum HP is 100 or more, this attack does nothing. Okay. Interesting card, I guess. I'm just gonna Dive Ball, get another Froakie just in case, because my opponent's deck is looking very suspicious at this point. I will play the Froakie. I don't want to attach a water, I don't think. Oh, it's an evolution challenge. You are 100% right. So I'm actually gonna concede. Why do people waste my time with this? Why do people waste my time? Okay, so let's look for another opponent. We lose our win streak, but that's fine. I'm not gonna record that game though. I'm not gonna record an evolution challenge. Okay. Okay, so I'm really glad the stream is looking better. Now I can tell from the drop frames percentage that things are looking a lot neater. Which I'm hoping is the same for you guys. I'm really hoping it's the same for you guys. Thank you for letting me know, Dragon Rage. That was probably an evolution challenge. Okay, now we're up against a water fire deck. So is this Volcanion? If it is, we probably just cruise to victory here. We're going second once again, so I guess we're playing in hard mode today. Okay, we start Staryu, we have the Froakie, we have the Dive Ball to set up another Froakie, and we have the end. So things are looking very good for us. I actually wouldn't mind playing Greninja at Cups. Okay, so it is, we get the triple mulligan, but we don't get any information on what my opponent is actually playing. Fiery Torch. Okay, that's fair. We're gonna get triple mulligan. We don't get to bench anything else, and it is Volcanion. It's been so long since I saw a Fiery Torch, but yeah, this should be an easy win. I'd say with the hand we have, as long as we don't whiff completely, we should be good here. We really should be good. Okay, so my opponent that touches energy uses Team Up, uses Professor's Letter, and it's just gonna pass. No, he's gonna Blacksmith. Fair enough. So he immediately threatens with Volcanion next turn, but I am fine with that. I'm just gonna grab Dive Ball Froakie. We see that one Frogadier is prized. Wait, did I really not include an A-Spec? I think I forgot to include an A-Spec. Either it's prized or I forgot to include an A-Spec. Do you guys remember from the deck review? I generally don't. Okay, but because we have enough energy in our hand, do I even Skyla here? Yeah, sure, I'll Skyla. I'll grab a Parallel. Yeah, sure, I'll grab Parallel. That's fine. Grab Parallel, won't play it, and then I'll attach a Water, and I will Bubble. And Bubble gets us ahead, so we even prevent the knockout on the Froakie, which is awesome. By doing this, my opponent won't attack this turn, therefore he will attack the next. So if he had attacked this turn, maybe our Frogadier would have survived, but I feel like this is perfectly fine. We see a Choice Band, we see a Fiery Torch, which is discard a card and discard a fire energy from your hand and then draw 2 cards. Okay, that's pretty nice. My opponent just Sycamores. This is 100% a quad Volcanion deck, which is weird because you can't attack in consecutive turns with it. Yeah, Josh, Copag and Pokemon have conflicting dates. According to Copag, like they're organizing the event. According to them, the Pokemon website is wrong and they're going to get it corrected. That's what their Portuguese post said. And hello, and thank you so much for being here. We see a bicycle, so yeah, lots and lots of item cards being played whilst we're sitting here with our Froakie, but we're still pretty okay. Thank you guys so much for watching here. Tiger Sword. Okay, so more bicycle. Yeah, either both item lock and then Trash Avalanche completely wrecks my opponent's deck. And wow, we don't even have to Ultra Ball for the Frogadier, which is really nice. I'll keep the energy. I guess I'll Parallel City. Should I? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, I'll evolve into Starmie though. And then... And I could have Guzma as well to save my Frogadier, but I feel like this is completely fine. We're not in any danger, honestly. Sure, he knocks out a Frogadier and then we just completely destroy his deck. And by using Shadow Stitching, he can never reach 4 KOs on the Greninja Break. Okay, that was the doorbell. Let me check who that is. Yes. Okay. Padele. Oh, it's a package for me, guys. Adelante. El segundo piso. Okay, sorry guys, but apparently there's something here for me, which is really cool, and I mean, we're just waiting for my opponent to finish his turn, so I need to go answer the door once the FedEx guy is up here. Okay, so we see the energy, See another blacksmith preparing another Volk, which is nice. And now give me 1 second. Gracias. Ooh, it's a package from Ultimate Guard. It's actually a package from Ultimate Guard. Bring FedEx guy on stream. No, I can't do that. Okay, so this is where I can actually Parallel City, reduce my opponent's damage output, and that way maybe my Greninja survives. So I'm gonna Rescue Stretcher, get back the Frogadier. Yeah, I could open it on stream. I could definitely open up the package on stream. Okay, so I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Guzma and the Water, because I can't just get back the energy with Starmie. There's the Greninja. Okay, so we won't be able to bench on our Froakie, and that's completely fine. So I'm gonna play the stadium this way around. I want to keep the Ultra Ball alive just in case I want to search for other stuff afterwards, such as another Greninja to have the consecutive breaks. Okay, so I'm going to Starmie here. I'm gonna Space Beacon the Froakie, and I'm gonna get to Water. Who plays frogs? And then I will Ultra Ball away the Water and the Field Blower. This is just me optimizing or trying to optimize my resources. Then we have the double break next turn, which is really, really nice. Assuming my opponent doesn't counter Stadium us. And now we Shadow Stitching. So we haven't seen any indication of a Stadium by my opponent so far. So yeah, things are looking very, very good. And yeah, guys, take a look at the package. It's huge. I generally don't know what's in here. Take a look. It's huge. So maybe I'll open it. I do need to, if I have time, I need to finish the Greninja, and then I'll do another deck, and then if I have time, I will open it. We see a Nest Ball. It's fine. We see a random receiver. Ooh, we see a hole. Pablo cut out. Wait, what? Is everything okay with the stream? Please tell me it is. I don't want any more issues with the stream. Hope these new settings work out properly. Okay, so I've been just playing a ton of cards, but he's not really doing too much. Oh, it's a cardboard cutout. It's a cardboard cutout of me in the box. No, it's really not that. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know, Doogie. Thank you so much. Okay. So my opponent's just taking a really long time for no reason. Yeah, he won't even damage my Greninja here because Power Heater does exactly 0 and he couldn't Steam Up, which is awesome. And then we get the double break. All we need is one more Water to be able to double Giant Water. So yeah, we're pretty good here. We are pretty good. I mean, Ho is kind of a threat, but not really. I even get another Dive Ball, which is great to get the Greninja, and we really couldn't be better set up here. And the only thing that would make this hand better would be a basic Water Energy. So let's end and see if we can get that, and then I guess we'll find out if I'm running an A-Spec or not. I guess we'll find out if I'm running an A-Spec or not. Okay, so Giant Water Shuriken. I will target down. Do we want to finish this quickly? Yeah, I think so. I'll just target down the Volk. And then I will retreat, bring up this dude. I will Space Beacon away the Staryu. Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe beaconing away the Froakie was better, because Starmie could still go down. I will Giant Water Shuriken the Volk for an extra 2 prizes. And Field Blower, so still no indication that we are running an A-Spec. I really hope I am. I really hope I am. And Tiger Sword, do I think Leafeon GX can fit in Tord deck? I don't think you need Leafeon, because in order to use Leafeon effectively, you need to retreat into the AV. You would want to go second maybe to use its GX attack, but then usually Elizabeth's GX attack is a win condition to knock out a Tapu Lele for the game. So I don't know. I'm not sold on the fact that it's good enough in general. Like, it's not worth changing the consistency of the deck just to fit in a 1-1 line of Leafeon, because its attack is not great. Its ability is okay, I guess. Its ability is pretty good, but then bench space like starts to become an issue. And okay, so Blacksmith, 2 energy on Ho-Oh, and then Phoenix Burn actually isn't a KO on the Greninja Break. So that's really good for us. That is actually really good. Greninja survives with exactly 10 HP. And then we top deck a Professor Sycamore. So we're gonna get the triple break here. And I wonder if we can actually pull off a triple Giant Water Shuriken turn here eventually. I really hope we can do that. We're gonna try that. Like the deck is already consistent enough, so I generally don't think you need to do that. Okay, so double Giant Water Shuriken onto the active. I think I can get the triple Shuriken the next turn. How are you attached? I feel like I can get the triple Shuriken, right? Can I get the triple Shuriken? I feel like I can, because I haven't used Space Beacon here. I can get triple Giant Water Shuriken next turn, which is going to be a first, at least on my channel. I'm just gonna Shadow Stitching here, and we can triple Giant Water Shuriken. That has me really happy. We can actually clean KO a Volk. Okay. So we'll see how this goes. GD, what playsets are worth investing for the upcoming Ultra Prism? Leafeon, I do believe Leafeon, at least 2 Leafeons are good. Investing into 3 Glaceon, Dustmane, Necrozma, Magnezone, all of the item cards, all of the new energy, probably Solgaleo Prism, Lunala Prism, probably not so much. The Prism Energy. There are quite a few interesting cards for sure, but those would be off of the top of my head. Garchomp, Lucario, Cynthia for sure. More than 4 Cynthia. If you plan on building more than 1 deck, then I think I'm gonna buy like 12 or 15 Cynthia for sure. Something crazy like that. And okay, Ho can't attack again, so he decides to retreat. He's gonna attack here. Okay, so this is gonna be awesome. This is actually going to be awesome. Okay, so one giant water shuriken onto the Ho-Oh. Giant water shuriken number 1. And there's the last Frogadier. So I guess we'll also find out if I was actually running a spec or not. I'm gonna giant water shuriken the active. I hope my opponent lets me do this. Oh, that was silly. Well, no, I still win, but that was silly. And then, he didn't let me giant water shuriken again. No, I wanted to do the triple giant water shuriken. Okay, so I mean, we didn't really face off against top tier decks with Greninja. So let's try one more. That means I probably won't have time to open the ultimate card thing, because I still need to do at least one more deck in English. Because I have lessons right after this. I have some Pokemon coaching to do. I actually have 6 hours of coaching after this in a row. So yeah, we mulligan here. Did I really not play an ace pick in this deck? That would be embarrassing. That would make the deck potentially even better than it is right now. And we're up against Trevenant. Oh, we're up against Azul. We are up against Azul, who is streaming as well, I believe. And he's going first. He is going first. We have Rough Seas as defense against the damage spread. There's a Phantom, so he's likely to get yep. Oh, he just naturally draws the Wally. He just naturally draws the Wally. Okay. And I did not, in fact, include an ace spec into the Greninja deck. Good job, Pablo. I actually did not. Okay, so pretty nice hand by Azul. I already have the Frogadier and the Water. Do I even want to play N at all? Probably not. I'll just pass here. Does he have Dimension Valley, Lysander Energy in his 5-card hand? Unlikely, right? Unlikely, I would say, or I would hope. So we'll see what happens here. We shall see what happens. Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding. You are kidding me. He draws natural Wally and then he has the Lysander as well and the DCE? What? Are you kidding me? This is just like yesterday's game. Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Wow. I mean, we face off against Azul and then that happens. Wow. And he runs what? 1 DC and 1 Lysander? And 2 Wally? Okay, that's fair. There's a top tier deck I wanted to play indeed. Okay, let's do one more game. I probably won't have time for a 3rd deck. That's frustrating. That is frustrating. I was hoping to showcase a couple more decks, but that's fine. that was lame. That was honestly very lame. I love Azul, but that was so lame. I mean, he drew really well. I was watching his stream earlier and he was drawing so bad. So bad. We've played 2 epic games so far on stream. Yesterday we played my Trevenant against Night March and I got completely pummeled. I made a mistake on turn 1, but it wouldn't have mattered. and then this game. So okay, so there's a Froakie. We're going second once more. Have we gone first with Greninja? Not today, right? Not today. Unlikely, and then he has it. Yep. He needed dimension. Yeah, then he just had the DC. Okay. Okay, moving on. Mewtwo Bronzong. So another Bronzong deck. So is our MMR just really low, and that's why we're playing these type of decks? No, because we just played Azul. So it's not an MMR, it's just, okay, the top players are playing this, and we see a charge on turn 1. Okay. Okay, if I don't attach, if I don't do anything, my Froakie should survive. Correct? Correct? Crimson, if you want information on my if you want information on my coaching, if you want information on my coaching, please message me on my personal Facebook or on my Tablemon page. Okay, so that's gonna be it for Greninja, because things are just not working out for us, and this gives us just enough time for another different deck. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much. I hope the quality improved. Perhaps the games were not the best. We had some real easy games, or we just completely died through twice. But that happens, and that's Greninja, and that's why you shouldn't bring Greninja to any tournament that actually matters to you. So please leave a like if you can on the channel, on the video. It really helps out the channel. And if you're live here with me on Twitch, I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, please.